are live. Let's see right here. Did it comment? Boom, boom. Let's get this pinned. Let's get this up. Hello, everyone. How's it going today? How is it going today? I have my Virgos on today. This is my glasses, my Virgo glasses. This is we are opening up Virgo season on this day. Welcome to 0 Degrees Virgo. Welcome in everyone. For y'all that don't know, I'm Chad the Maverick. I'm one of the in-house astrologers here at House of Intuition, and I come on every Saturday to break down the astrology of the week and to get you in tune with the energies that are going on, that are happening, and that are popping up. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the people that be coming back. I really do appreciate y'all coming here. I do know that there's some people that keep coming back. I'm also a teacher here as well. So I end up teaching classes every Monday at 6 o'clock. I'll be breaking that down throughout the actual live stream itself about what exact classes that I'm doing. But outside of that, welcome in. Happy birthday to all the Virgos of the world. Leo season just ended. Sorry, Leos, no longer your season. But heading into Virgo season, we have some new energies kicking off. We have some new vibes kicking off. We have Mercury and Virgo with the Virgo season. That's like pushing us straight through, and we're going to be essentially cleaning house and making sure that we have everything together, and we are putting our abilities closer to our mastery, getting our abilities closer to what it is that we actually want to achieve, and figuring out what it is that we actually need in order to achieve these things that we're going for. So let's see, we got some people in here. Welcome back in. Yeah, so this is going to be mostly about like just the start of Virgo season, and how this upcoming week is going to be as far as the energy shifts and the transits. Like I said, what's up, y'all waving? Much love. Once more, before I start getting into the transits, my name is Chad the Maverick. Chad the Maverick. All social media, chadthemaverick.com is my website. I host services, and I also do the classes. All my classes are linked there as well. And without further ado, let's start. So, Virgo season. Let's break down Virgo first, right? So what is Virgo? Why are we talking about Virgo besides the fact of the season? So when it comes to Virgo energy, Virgo is a sign of service, right? If nothing else, Virgo is a sign of help. It's the sign of how are we going to assist others. It's a sign of caretaking. It's a sign of servitude as far as I want to help you. I want to bring this to you. If you want to think of a really good Virgo analogy, it's like you ever have like a super good waiter at a restaurant, like someone who just was incredible to the point where you're like, I need to tip this person because they're just so good at what they're doing, because they come in, they have like the platter, they give you your food, they always check in on you, they always make sure that everything's good, and they make sure your whole entire visit is perfect. If you have a waiter or a waitress that's ever been like that, they're really showing off that Virgo energy, super polished, super everything put together. That's the kind of energy that Virgo brings. It's that liveliness in ensuring that you're having a good time. You get where I'm coming from? So on top of this, right, Virgo is also the harvest season, right? So even just crop times and stuff like that, it's a time of harvest from all the things that were growing over the summer, all the things that were growing from what you were working on, just in general, right? This is a time to like harvest. It's like reaping what you sow, in a sense, where it's like everything that you've been building on, everything that you've been going about, hey, you got it now, but there's more work to do. You're not done with the work. The work is continuing. But the whole idea behind the work behind this Virgo season is that it's putting you in spots and positions in order for you to do better. See, your partner is a Virgo, takes such good care of you. That's my point. They take care of things. You get where I'm coming from? So that's the whole idea behind like the Virgo energy that's pulling through. Now, what's happening too with this Virgo energy that we just stepped into is that Mercury is also in Virgo. So having Mercury as well in Virgo, Mercury loves being a Virgo. Let's just start there, right? If anything, Virgo is ruled like directly by Mercury. That's the home sign. That's exactly where it's supposed to be at. So what this entails is like, think about someone who's a scientist, right? They're able to calculate figures. They're able to tap into certain analysis and data. They can read a list of thousands of numbers and just know exactly what to pinpoint and know what to go about and all this other stuff like that. That's the type of energy that Mercury and Virgo brings, right? It's giving you this like ability in this highlighting places where you need to get into that sciencey energy. You need to get into that meticulous type of feel. Meticulous is a very good word for Mercury and Virgo. So one thing I need to recommend before I even get into the actual transits, right? Anybody who's ever written affirmations, heard about writing affirmations, heard about writing down their goals, heard about writing down their list, anything along the lines of that, this is the time to do it. I don't like writing lists. I'm gonna be writing lists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's because, like, what this energy that's going on is really going to be helping and assisting how you can make these things go about. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like you have to magically do it all at once. The whole thing about Virgo energy is working smart, not hard. So the whole idea is, like, you could spend 10 hours out the day doing something that could take you 10 minutes. But it just depends on, like, if you plan out how to get it done in those 10 minutes, you don't have to take those 10 hours running around with your head off like, oh, what am I doing? You're more so like, oh, these are the things I need to knock out. These are the things I need to, like, okay, so that's going to take me 10 minutes to do. Boom, boom, strategy, perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole idea behind the analogies on point. Is Virgo season. I have to be on point. I cannot be on point in Virgo season. You feel me? But that's the whole idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, also appreciate you. This is a person that was also in one of my classes. Just to point out the classes, I have a class this upcoming Monday on the aspects of astrology. So as I'm breaking down all of these transits, you're going to notice I'm going to be like, this planet is opposite this planet is conjunct this. And as I go through all of these things, I'm going to be teaching y'all how those things work. You get what I'm saying? I'm just going to be pretty much a comprehensive class. It's an hour-long Zoom session, $10. I go off. I'll let y'all know what's going on. So feel free to pull through it. It's going to be on the website, also on my website as well, chatmaverick.com. So let's start off with today. What's going on today? Besides the fact that Virgo season is beginning, we're in the end phase of the Libra moon, and then we're going to be going into the Scorpio moon come tonight, or later on in this evening, whichever time zone that you're in. So the whole idea behind the Scorpio moon is that what we're going to be doing and what's going to be happening is we're going to be tapping into the analysis of our deeper seated emotions, like what really comes about, what really triggers us. The reason why we're coming at this is because we're essentially doctoring ourselves. This is a very strong time on self-care. This is a very powerful time on figuring out what is actually going on with you on like a personal psychological level in order for you to like see that, because there's power that comes from that. And the whole idea behind the power that comes from that is that it's the knowledge of what's going on. So it's a real time to, like, for under the Scorpio moon of this next 1-2 days, I really do suggest people to kind of like take a step back as much as they can to really get more in tune with themselves, really understand their emotions a little bit better, really try to tap into what it is that they're feeling and why they're feeling the way that they are, in order for you to come into greater power when later on in this week. You get where I'm coming from? So that's just a big suggestion. Like, there will be things that might come up and surface, but this is your time to analyze your feelings that you've been having, or the feelings that you've been repressing, the feelings you've been holding in, just to like not bug anybody else. It's time to go through, see what's up. Like, and my biggest suggestion for anybody, if there's feelings that you have, write them down. I'm going to keep saying write it down all Virgo season, because Mercury's in Virgo too. If you write these things down, it's going to be way easier for you to organize and manage what's going on the inside. You get where I'm coming from? But yeah, that's pretty much what's coming on this for like tonight's phase is when this Scorpio moon starts, and over the next couple of days. So that's the moon in particular, right? So moving on, writing, but it's like, find yourself a really good pen. Find yourself your favorite pen and a good notepad, and I promise you'll like writing more. Like, that's something that I did, and it's helped me. I know what pens I want to use. It's a Virgo thing. You feel me? Like, that's how that goes, right? So moving on, right? We're going to Sunday. It's tomorrow. So tomorrow we have Mars in Aries squaring Saturn in Capricorn, right? So the whole idea behind Mars and Aries square Saturn and Capricorn, I'm gonna put it to y'all straight because that's what I do. This is a power struggle. And what the power struggle is this is going to be a power struggle between you, your inner authority, and the things that you want to do, and feeling like there's something almost hovering over you in a sense, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the astrology coming up is it gets tense. And the reason why it's getting so tense is so everyone can tap into their spirit, tap into their soul, tap into their true purpose. Because if you're not tapping into your true purpose within the next upcoming astrology, it's not going to be fun. I'm going to let y'all know. So the whole idea behind this, and the reason why I even break it down the way I do, is to help y'all like tap into that purpose that you have, that you know is inside of you, but just to help you get to that point so it's not a struggle. It's more so like well, now I understand what to do with this, and this. You get where I'm coming from? So this Sunday, like I said, it's going to be like a little power struggle between the things that you want to do as well as what like you feel there's a pressure on, right? What might be overarching, like maybe your job stressing you out. Maybe the fact that you might be out of work might be stressing you out. I know a lot of people are. So it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, like I want to do this, but I feel this struggle and I don't know what to do. So the whole idea about the conflict is sticking to your gut and also not being afraid to ask advice, not being afraid to listen to some criticism that you might not want to hear. But the whole idea behind that is so you can align yourself in order for you to strengthen up. It's kind of like it's going to toughen you up a bit, because in that toughening you up, you're going to be able to come back and then like hit that popping. If you're already feeling the stress, that's good because you're intuitive. So you already see ahead of time in a sense, right? So it's not going to be like as impacted to you if you know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what's coming up with this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. My biggest suggestion for this weekend: take some time inside. Take some time inside, or you can be outside, but like just take some time to yourself to really embrace that self-care aspect, like I keep mentioning. There was a newsletter I have where I broke down the first week of Virgo, where I wrote everything out, and the whole theme behind it was self-care. That's going to be on my Instagram page. After this live stream, I'm going to be posting it on my Instagram, Chad the Maverick, so feel free to follow me. I'll be posting there about that stuff as well. For anyone who wants to see this live stream later, it's going to be on my YouTube, as well as staying up on IGTV, and it's going to be on my personal page, so feel free to check in. You feel me? So, moving on Monday, right? So Monday, we're going to be having Mercury in Virgo, trining Uranus in Taurus. So remember how I was mentioning that power struggle before? The reason why it was a power struggle is because now you have a new opportunity to make a real shift. See, astrology doesn't work that way for like no reason. There's no struggle that you're going to go through in order for and not have it paid off. You get what I'm saying? You just need to know how it wanes and waxes. So the whole idea behind this, right, is going to be shifting into a Sagittarius moon. And on top of that, it's going to be having this, there is still an opposition between Venus and Jupiter. So there's going to be like, it's going to still kind of have that pressure. But the whole idea behind Mercury and Virgo, trining Uranus and Taurus, is that there's going to be a new shift in how you think and your inner genius. So your inner genius is almost going to get upgraded. To a point where you can understand how you can work your inner genius in physical reality, how you can work your inner genius in what's going on in the present moment, in your reality. Virgo is the sign that rules reality. Uranus is literally the sign that's like your creative genius and explosive genius, right? So it's like you're going to be figuring out how to physically and tangibly change your reality around you and shape your reality on a different scale. And it's going to be coming from all of that hardship and that personal time that you take to yourself. And when that comes together, that's when you're able to push that out. You get where I'm coming from? So that's pretty much the vibe when it comes to that Mercury and Uranus aspect working together on this upcoming Monday, right? Moving on, Tuesday, the moon's going to be in Sag. So having the moon in Sagittarius is more so, it's going to be a little more fun in a sense where it's like your philosophies are going to be working. Like all this stuff that's going on is going to be building onto one another. So by the time it's Tuesday, you're going to be like having a more clear sight vision on what it is that you actually want to expand on, what it is that you actually want to go for. Where are you shooting your arrow towards? What are you moving towards? These are all of those things that are going to be popping off coming up this upcoming Tuesday, right? Wednesday we have Venus in Cancer, but it's trying to Neptune in Pisces, right? So Venus in Cancer has basically been about how are we nurturing, how do we feel nurtured, how do we feel comforted, how do we feel cared for. That's been the theme for this Venus in Cancer that started, I believe it was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So with this making its trine over to Neptune and Pisces, right? What's happening is with that trine, Neptune and Pisces is essentially going to be shifting our dreams towards how we want to be nurtured. So it's almost in a sense like, hey, I want to feel this way when I'm in this situation. Or you might be fantasizing about, hey, like, I think this will make me feel good if I was working with this or I was around this. So the whole idea behind that is like your feelings and your dream state are going to be working with one another in order to create your reality that I was mentioning beforehand, right? That's what this whole Virgo season's first week is about, shaping what you want your reality to be, not only for the rest of this month, but for the rest of this astrological year until Pisces season. That's literally how this is set up. So one other thing I want to point out, on that same day, it was Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. So on this day too, right? The moon is going to be on the galactic center point. And what the galactic center point is essentially, it's the center of our galaxy. That's just the easiest way to put it. But having this center of the galaxy energy is like, there's a lot of energy that happens with this too. So when I'm telling you, you are shaping your reality on this Wednesday, you are shaping your reality on this Wednesday, straight up. Like you have the ability to do that. And remember how I was saying, write these things down, write down what you want to create. If you don't any other time in the week, if you don't any time from when I said this, when it comes around Wednesday, you better grab that notepad. Like, just grab it. Just grab the notepad, write it down, get it out. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Wednesday, a Mercury day. Mercury is a Mercury season, Virgo. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I'm telling you, get to it. Because that's what's going to start, like, really making that all happen. And by Pisces season, the things that you write down and work for are going to all be true. And you're going to be like, hey, how'd I do that? You feel me? So, moving on. One more time, for anyone who's just popped in or didn't hear me beforehand, my name is Chad the Maverick. ChadTheMaverick.com is my website. Chad the Maverick is my Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc. So if you want to go to anything, Chad the Maverick. I also offer services. I break down people's birth chart readings as well. I do them in audio recordings. I get those out to you. You get to hear that as well as look at your own chart, figure things out. It's a really good tool on top of that, especially for people that like from beginner to advanced. It's just a really good tool to like be able to see and utilize that as well. So just wanted to put you in on that so I don't forget to put that out. Also, I have a class next Monday, which is about aspects in astrology, where I basically break down how to do everything I was just talking about, in a shorter way, but that's pretty much the way that happens. And then the week afterward, I'm doing another class. Can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm still working on the week right now. But feel free to check those out. They're on the House Intuition page right now and also on my website. So, moving on. So, we're going to Thursday, right? So, on Thursday, we have the moon going into Capricorn. So, now, let's take the whole week I was just talking about so far, right? From today, right, into Thursday, we are essentially typing in and shaping and shifting what we want to create our reality to be. And come Thursday, that's when all of the things that we're working on, all the things that you affirm, all the things that you start like right now are going to solidify. And you're going to see that in real time. As long as you keep that same energy, you keep that, and whatever it is that you need to write down, whatever it is that you need to put out there, ends up really becoming your power in a sense, right? Now, that's going to be happening like Thursday. Thursday, you're going to start seeing like, oh wow, these things are really like coming into fruition. Don't stop writing. Like, don't stop writing. Don't stop affirming. Don't stop like having these words of affirmation for yourself. Do not stop there. But these are going to be the first real inklings where you're like, wow. Oh wow. Like, let's say you're like, I'm confident. Let's say like you write down every day, I'm confident, right? And let's say you're like the most unconfident person in the world. Come Thursday, something's going to happen. You're going to be like, yeah, I could do this. And it'll be something that you never thought you could do. But you'll be like, yeah, I could do this. And you're going to do it flawlessly. And you're going to be like, how'd I do that? Because you wrote down every day that you were confident. Or if you're like, oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like this, that, and the third. And you write every day to yourself, I am beautiful. Or like, I exude beauty, whatever the case you want to write. On Thursday, you're going to come into a situation and someone's going to be like, wow, you look really great today. And you're gonna be wearing your mask too, and you're gonna be like, "No, I look great today." I'm like, "Wow, that's amazing!" Like, but that's the way that it kind of works, with this moon in Capricorn that's coming up. So this Thursday, like I said, anything that you write, anything that you start to affirm, these things are gonna start to really come in real time. Feel free to come back to the next live, next week on Saturday, same time, 11 a.m. PST. But feel free to come back and put down in the comments if what you wrote happened, because I want to see like in real time if that actually pulled up. So feel free. That's my challenge to y'all. If y'all want to do that, and then we'll see from there. Like, keep it moving. So on this upcoming Friday, so they say, on this upcoming Friday, right? We have Mercury in Virgo trining Jupiter in Capricorn. So the whole idea behind this is, now that we've solidified the first bits of our affirmations, now that we've solidified the first bits of the pieces and the reality that we want to shape for ourselves, right? Now we're going to be given an opportunity to use that experience in real time. We're going to fall into an opportunity where we're able to take all those things that we thought, said, wrote, affirmed, and start to be like, oh shoot, now there's this thing I can do, like this new adventure that I can do, or this new personal let's say this like article that you find that ends up leading you deeper into whatever it is that you wanted to do, whatever it is that you wanted to affirm. You get where I'm coming from? So it's like, hey, I wanted to feel confident. Now you find this perfect book. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of energy I'm talking about. It's like on Friday you find this perfect book about, hey, this is a great self-help guide and it works. I can read it easily. It's comprehensive to me. Like that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. Or let's say it's like, hey, I want to get a job. I've been working on a job, you know what I'm saying? And with the grace of everything and, you know, with your intentions and stuff like that, you might fall into a situation where it's like, oh shoot, this place is hiring and I wouldn't mind working there, you know, like as long as I'm safe and, you know, all the safety measures and health regulations. One thing about Virgo season, put your health in priority, period. Like as much as you can this Virgo season, put your health in priority. This is a great time to start working out. This is a great time to start building daily routines. This is a great time to start eating healthier, noticing your diet, anything along the lines of health related concerns. Virgo season is going to push that off. So like feel like that's just one little gem I wanted to throw in there so I don't forget. So now moving on. We're going to next, was it Saturday or Friday? Friday or Saturday, pretty much before the next time I come talk to you all again. That's where we're going to be at. But pretty much we're going to have that same Mercury and Virgo. See how I keep mentioning Mercury and Virgo? That's how the transits are set up. Like it's just Mercury and Virgo everywhere. So Mercury and Virgo is going to be opposing Neptune. And then Venus in Cancer is going to be opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So here's the best way to put this, right? So at the end of that week, I'm not going to front with y'all. There's going to be a moment where you're going to be like, maybe what I was writing was just, maybe it was by accident. Maybe it just happened on its own. I didn't make that happen. It just happened on its own. Like I didn't affirm that and someone complimented me. They just complimented me. Like you might doubt yourself a little bit. And the whole idea behind this is that in just general manifestation, in the cycles of manifestation, which I might do a class on at some point, but there's always a time frame in what you manifest where you doubt the process of what it happens. There is a doubt moment. There's always a moment of like, is it gonna be a thing? The whole idea behind it, right, is if you can push through that moment of doubt, if you can still consistently keep that energy through that moment of doubt, it's going to come to you quicker, more efficiently, everything like that. So near the end of the week, like I said, you're affirming all these things, this, that, and the third. Something might happen outside externally, and you might have a moment of doubt and be like, I don't really know how I feel about this thing. You know, I thought that it was working, but don't really know. And the whole idea behind that moment of doubt is if you push through that moment of doubt, you're good. Push the intent with high vibe, hold the intent. Don't push the intent out. The whole idea behind it is like, to properly manifest, you have to manifest. Forget that you manifested. Let it be what it is, right? Now, your intent and that energy, that vibe that you keep, you need to keep with you. That's what Leo season was all about. Making you remember that intention and that fire comes from your heart. So you have to keep that that fire in your heart. I'm probably gonna do the cycles of manifestation, but I'm gonna do it through astrology, and I'm gonna peep y'all. So like I said, sign up for the classes. I'm actually gonna add that as a class probably for the next month and a half, whenever. I already booked classes for next month too. But like I said, feel free to pull through, keep pulling up, and I'll be letting you know what classes are available as they pop up. And as you can see in this live stream, when it's about this, I just go off. So if you want to get some information and know, even if you're a beginner, I'm going to break it down clearly enough for you so you can understand it at a core level. And then anything else on top of that, you're able to do. But yeah, all in all, that's pretty much the astrology for the general upcoming week. Which is very powerful. Like I said, the whole idea behind Virgo season, this isn't at least a week that has a lot of major shifts where it's Venus changed the sign and the Saturn changed the sign. It's not like that. But the whole magic behind Virgo season is everything through the subtlety. Everything behind the subtlety, the small nuances, the things that most people don't pay attention to. All of these things end up working and then making that happen. So that's a amazing part. But yeah. How about the people on the other side of the world? This affects them the same way. So the only difference between so all the shifts that I'm talking about are the same, but they're going to be a little bit time zone difference is going to be different. So the things I might have said on Tuesday might apply for them on Wednesday if their timing is a little bit beforehand. I usually use Greenwich time or Greenwich Mean Time, which is pretty much the center point time when I write these out. So it's the way I even frame my readings is so it works for everyone. It's a mean time, it's an average time for when all these transits occur. So it doesn't necessarily matter where you live, these vibes are going to be coming through, and it's a sliding scale. So if I say Tuesday, it might not be directly on Tuesday, might be Monday night or it might be Wednesday morning, but it's going to be in that time frame because astrology is like the weather. It hits real strong sometimes it doesn't rain, sometimes it will rain. That's the best way to put it. And it's all up to what it is that you create as well. And like I said, this Virgo season is about creating and shaping your own reality. I have a newsletter that I just wrote with my good friend Pink Cat, an artist out in Oakland. She's amazing. I ended up writing an article about this week. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to be posting that on my story on Instagram pretty much within the hour after this live stream. So if you want to check that out as well, feel free to pull up to my Instagram, chadthemaverick.com. I also have it on Twitter. I have it on everything else. So the whole thing about it, right, is that this is pretty much tapping us into the feeling and the capacity to make and shape our own reality. There's nothing else I can say. There's that. So, is there any last questions before I go about this Virgo season in general? I could be able to pin you in. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, sign up for the classes. Go in the House of Intuition as well. If you know a Virgo, go get them the Virgo box. If you know a Virgo, go in, grab them the Happy Birthday Virgo box, and they'll love everything in it. So that's just something I highly recommend. Love all the candles from House of Intuition. All of them work excellently. Everything along the lines of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how that's set up. I'm pretty much at the end of this live stream at this point. But yeah, outside of that, once more, pull up, Chad the Maverick. Everything, I will be back here again next week to break down the astrology once more at 11 a.m. Every Saturday. Classes every Monday, 6 p.m. PST. And outside of that, that's pretty much it. So have a great one, everyone. Please make sure that you grab your notepad, grab your pens, get it together, get it popping. And until next time, have a great one. Peace out.